And that you do it all the time. The team, that's why when you arrive in a place, I empower pastors. I say, pastors, this team are your children. I do not want you to come and report them to me, reprimand them. And don't even spare anyone. There's no team member who misbehaved at the branch level who needs to be brought to me by the local pastor. Only you bring the person if the person not stubborn. But reprimand them, correct them, if there's something wrong they do, tell them you are out of line. The first thing I do is to empower pastors. This team is not going to command you or tell you what to do. They only do their job. But you are the supervisor of the team. And many times, the things you say to them about the whole team and about me may discourage even the members from believing that you are CWC as a pastor. So be careful about what you say about me and the work I'm doing. Some people will take it as if no. So therefore, they become slow in supporting what you want to do because some are not even sure whether you are really CWC, if that's what you think about the apostolic team, or if suppose maybe you've forgotten the following Sunday after the crusade, you'll hear, hey, crusade, it makes you even feel you want to sleep for the whole week. You can take a holiday and go. You know what you're doing? You are disqualifying yourself. And in their own eyes, you're becoming a questionable person. That are you really supportive of this, or are you faking support for the work? So many of you pastors shoot yourself in the foot. You lose confidence and respect because of the way you handle the whole thing of the team visiting. Let me just tell you this. I come there not for the church. I come for you. When I bring a crusade to your area, you are my target person. The congregation is yours. That's why I don't want to talk to them without your permission. So nobody who can come to me at a crusade point without asking permission from the local pastor. Can I speak to the apostle? Otherwise, I don't want to talk to them. I don't want to develop any link with them. So you are the key person. But if you don't own me, because now the time must come where when they see you leading them, they know that you represent me in word and in deed. They will have no problem with you. Like I give an example of KZN. They'll have no problem with you as their own pastor. But if you're going to have a problem with me, doesn't matter about what, whether about the team who do beauty is lazy, or and then you talk aloud and the team becomes a burden to you, you must know what you're doing. Then they're going to have questions about you and lose confidence in you. So my advice to you is that just own me. And when they look at you, they'll see me. They'll have nowhere to go. They will know that this is the person. And I always tell them, if there's a dispute between the member and the local pastor, I stand with the pastor. Full stop. It does not matter what the case is all about. But if you don't respect a local pastor, or you are with a local pastor, and you come and report whatever to me, I'm going to stand with the local pastor until I get enough evidence, and then maybe I can tell the pastor, but I'll tell the local pastor. But many of you shoot yourself in the foot. And it's as if when I come into your area, we are inconveniencing you, we're shaping your program, you were busy doing something, and now here come these people, these daily meetings, this house to house, and this everyday prayer. Yes, as soon as what I do is a burden to you, and you say to the believers, you must know, then you are going to lose respect in their eye. And the other thing I should advise you is, and then which I think some of you do it, but you don't do it consistently. To win the people closer to you. And this is not arrogance, but this is just guideline. So that people see you in me. That you are an important part of me. You got to, like I always ask the ministers, after the crusade, please take a few Sundays revising and looking at the lessons learned during the crusade. In that way, you are winning them. You are building on that. You are not saying, you are not taking something which was here, then you put it, you bring it. That you know what? let's go back to our old ways. Thank God the crusade is gone. Let's go back to our ways and do our thing. You can say that. But the problem, you want to break a link between you and the people. Some Gabon is very, very much worried. Is this person CWC or something else? How come that speaks about this? And my reason for coming to your branch is you, not them. I'm coming there to tell them I'm with you, you are with me. Whatever you're doing is what I am doing. That's why I don't go to branches and reprimand pastors in front of the believers. I don't do that. Because I know I'm there to show everybody that I am on your side. Hence, I even said to you, even if I was to drive from here to come to Pietermaritzburg to see Kumete and come back without seeing a member, I'm fine. To me, you are the main person. But you've got to be careful how you talk about me in front of them. It can divide everything and cause everything to fall apart. So, one warning I want to give you about that is that please own me in whatever way possible, so that there is no way that anybody can suspect your motives. What I found out in the branches of OT, people generally have got respect. If you said you talk to the pastor or to the apostle only via the pastor, I didn't find a lot of problem. I've heard the pastor saying to me, there's somebody I want you to talk to. Then I go there. I don't want these private visits from local members. No, where I stay. I don't want visits. I don't want it one-on-one where I stay, one-on-one to attending. So nobody's got free access after the service or without the pastor. That's my principle. But if you can show as a leader that you are being burdened and you're not comfortable, this is too much for you, and so on, you need to know that now there's going to be a split in the minds of the people who may be dispersed. So watch out for that. Really watch out for that. In the past, this is what I used to do, and then now that you don't make many CDs every time, I would make sure that the CDs are given to the pastor, the whole set, for free. The reason is to help the pastor for continuity, so that some of the things that were learned in that meeting, in those meetings, you are able to reverse, even during Bible study. Hey, what do you think about what have you learned from the crusade? That one will make sure that your people trust you and link you and attach you to the work that we are doing, and not think that it's two churches that are opposed to each other. He comes, he goes, and then thank God is gone. Let's go back to play with the game we're playing. In that way, you're going to find a problem. But as I'm saying to you, the only place where I'm going to find a problem is in KZN. And when I'm in your country, I sleep a lot because I don't have too much talking to people. And they are so, if there are people who want me to talk to, you tell me, I told them, then I can go to my room and sleep. Sleep a lot. But that's what I saw, the whole element of ownership. That this is our thing, the excitement I pay after 7 days. It goes on beyond that, and some of the things you use them in your midweek service, talking to the youth, ask them, find out. Then they begin to see these people are one person. They are all on the same side. But so be careful of the criticism. But as long as you complain about the behavior of the team, and you take a long time talking about it, these kids make many mistakes. And some of them have got habits that are still working on. I think the only pastor here who got me a bad label, and then Umskaka. And I'm not going to deny it, but sometimes you insult me because of that. What is one of SPs well. Of course, 99% of people I'm working with are recovering people. I take them deliberately because I want them to recover. The only way for me to help them to recover, remove them from the environment, let them go with the team for a few months. I know they're recovering people. And I can tell you each one, this one is from this one is from this. And then I take them deliberately. Amen. And they are recovering. Well, some fail to heal completely. But most of them, they heal. If I can give you a story of each one of them, you will not believe what they were. They are born again, but now they need to be nursed to fully recover. Yes, and a lot of them have got serious backgrounds. Some were former Sangomas. I think in the team I have 3 who are former homosexuals. And then if I tell about them, won't believe that these ones were full-time homosexual. Now they're straight, no longer crooked. So I am aware the people I go with are not the best people. Some I take them by force, go to whether I'll salary now. Because I am aware if I leave the person in the same environment, the person might go back. But it does not mean that I was patagaj. But if pastors can take full responsibility and be parents to the team members, and not become judge the whole team because of one member who showed a funny behavior. No, I admit, most of them, they have situations they are recovering from. And the only way to help them recover faster is to remove them from the branch and go with them maybe for some time. Manje, please, Bafundis, be careful how you treat me in my absence. How you talk about me among the believers. Because those people, although they will be young, married, they have brains. They can add 1 + 1 and find 6 and say, no, this thing I equal. Or our pastor hates the apostle. They can conclude. Because of the remarks you make, and then you wonder why they look down on you. That's one thing. So what I wish to see, let there be continuity between myself and yourself. Until they're able to say, look, our pastor, it's actually same WhatsApp group with the apostle. But as soon as we show that you have personal problems, then that's when the respect goes away. So whatever Pastor Kumele, maybe he can share what he talks to the believers about. But when I go to case, when I go to Pietermaritzburg, I relax, I rest. Because he's going to cover me 100%, protect me 100% in terms of ownership and relationship. And then people don't seem to distinguish between the two of us. It's like we're one person. But he's the one who's leading in that. And so that's one thing I want to say, which is the side of the pastors. Please be careful about these things. Right now we're going back, we're coming to an area with the crusade. What have you said? As for Solien, Nix. Don't tell him about Solien. I know you might work with him. He doesn't listen to me sometimes, but I manage him. Yeah, so look you was good is. You do agree with the whole day going on with that man. Then I say, Socha, please, man. Focus on that, man. We are going everybody about nothing. Okay, so now, please, ministers, be very careful. It doesn't matter about what. Because you are me. And in their eyes, let them see that. In their ears, let them hear that. In that way, it's going to reduce you struggling. And then always when I come and I ask for example, I ask for money. You can say, I give a budget. I just give a budget. I want 4,000. I want 2. And they don't want to give me that money. And they give. And finish. Is it the same way you ask money from them, or you just give money under G, and then it is your money haina libizo, haina address, I tell you, I want diesel, this car is 2,000. Who in the tent can give us 2,000 so that we can get to Mklabalinga? Then you see, even visitors, they raise up their hands, they want to give. I believe the approach and that he uses, it has got a lot of respect and accountability in it. I don't want shoes. I don't want a new phone. This is what I want. And people, I'm trusting you that because you believe in the word of God, please, let's join in this and let's make it work. There are places where they can't reach the amount, but most of the places, they reach it immediately. And I don't use any gimmicks and promise them anything. No. I treat them as people and say, this is what is happening, and this is what I want from you, nothing less, nothing more. And then we go, we are gone. So on your side, I say, please be careful what you say about me in the apostolic team. But these kids make mistakes. I'm telling you, they mess up. Sometimes they embarrass me. What the things that they are able to do, not in their faith. They don't do wrong things. Mara, you can see they are still struggling with reformation of behavior. So that's one I said, please be careful. And when I come to an area, the team, you are the supervisor. Only report I can get concerning the team must come from you. And I take it as official. And then sometimes you can report to me, no, there was this problem, and then this is how I solved it. I'll be very happy. There were two quarreling there, then you came in that, you solved it, and that's it. And I'm happy with it. Finish. So when the team comes, they don't come to the control. They only do the job they came to do in their space. The pastor remains the general overseer of the team. So if you keep it like that, and then the membership, then they won't have a problem. So be careful what you say about me. That can cause divisions. That's one side. The other side, I've seen a lot of things, and then I am for excommunication. I'm not going to allow any member, for whatever reason, to undermine a ordained pastor. I don't allow that. There's one member, I asked him to go, I just say, you know what, go back to God, but not to CWC. The member is an argument, but which is very wrong. Says, Pastor, the person you are ordaining to be the local pastor, I'm the one who cancelled the person and taught him new membership. Now you make him to be my pastor. I don't understand. It's like Ananias saying, Paul, you can't be my pastor because I'm the one who baptized you. I said, the problem is your attitude. So go and find a church where you have some respect. It doesn't work like that in the kingdom of God. It doesn't work like that. So I'm expecting members to respect you completely. And then if you can recommend to me, this one is a bully, he's bullying other people because of whatever long-term service in the ministry, he's bullying everybody, doesn't listen to everybody. I would recommend transfer. And I've signed, I think, 4 or 5 transfers in the past 15 years. Transfers of old members who are very carnal and they don't want to listen to principle. But then I've not had a problem. I do not know, maybe one of you or two of you, where you misbehave. Okay, some younger pastors, if you do not respect older people, not on the basis of faith, on the basis of age, they feel being bullied by you while they are older than you. There you must change. Paul said to Timothy, treat older men as your fathers, and older women as though they are mothers, and then the younger ones as brothers and sisters. That's standard procedure of dealing. Even if you are younger than the people you are leading, you can still make them feel that they are older in age, but they are also members, and then they have to respect. They will respect you. But I do not tolerate any member who undermines an ordained pastor. Doesn't matter how many years you have been there. If a pastor is ordained, it's a membership requirement to respect the pastor and support the pastor, but not oppose the pastor. So those are the two sides. And then I will not. If a member comes to you and says to you, Pax, you are too young. I'm older than your grandmother, and so now you cannot be my leader. The person has a problem, and then we can recommend transfer rather than anything else. It's not a sinful thing. I mean, transferring a person or excommunication is biblical. It's not sinful, it's biblical. The problem with people like this, they end up going somewhere wanting to control again. Now there they'll be called demons, and many of them backslide. You join a full gospel from CWC. Because you're stubborn, they want to be stubborn here. Here they will not say to you, what's your need more? And they'll cast you out now. So I'm not going to defend any member disrespecting a minister just on the basis of Mina. I've been here. I mean, if perhaps this was the case, there are people who were teaching you and leading you when you were a young person, and now you are their pastor. Is it right for them to stand up and now start saying, no, but I taught you, I was your leader, so how can you be my leader? It doesn't work like that. In God, it is God who anoints people for various services. And when God anoints, it doesn't look at gender and age. But so we must always be sensitive to how God does things. So on the one hand, be careful of this. As a summary, be careful of how you speak. That might discredit you in the eyes of the believers, especially about me and the team. And I'm not defending the team. The team is full, they are human beings. And most of them, as commanders noticed, they are recovering from other habits. They're born again, but they're still recovering. And I think 80% success we have. That those who come in the team and are recovering, when they leave, they are completely well. But that those who break down and disappear and go back to their old life, we can't control it. So those are the two sides. You are protected. If you feel that a member is expecting you because they were in church before you, you should recommend transfer. We will sign the letters. If you want us to do the Fonzi, we can even ask a person, which church do you want to go to? Then you write a letter to Full Gospel, or to whatever, or to EGC, and say, to whom it may concern, please accept this person has been transferred over to you, has been established for 25 years, and then go, accept the person. So, expulsion in the church is not because of somebody's mistake, it's because somebody's refusal to correct that mistake. We only expel a person who refuses when shown their mistake, that you are being rebellious. Say, no, leave me alone. You cannot judge me, leave me alone. Then I'm sorry, you cannot stand here. So we'll remove you, go where you will fit. If somebody falls into sin, it's not something to expel a person. But if somebody refuses to stop the sin, that's the basis for expulsion. So I think, let me just stop here. Am I trying to respond to your concern? Is there any follow-up here on what I just said concerning the question that you asked? Or is there something that requires further clarification?
I would just comment to fill up on what you said. It reminds me of the moment of the woman who had a blood issue. There in the scene we see the disciples of Jesus Christ controlling or trying to control the situation, to say, hey, you need to mind your steps when it comes to here and all that. I think at first I had a problem with that, but as I grow and I realized that, okay, look, there's nothing wrong here, but it just needs a proper management and control. As you made an example about the pastor next to me here, that needs to own the space to the full and control it to its best, so that whatever that comes to you, whether it's a personal or deep personal matter, it has to come via him. So really today I got a very good clarity with this verse as a backup.
Okay. I think, Commander, you know this is a principle you said verse, right? Yeah. That all of the 300 plus students, no one is allowed to call me or call for a meeting without the chairperson. The chairperson will phone and say, hey, Apostle, we have a member who needs your attention. They know, they can't just barge in and just call or, can I talk to you? They don't do that. So that they can keep on respecting their leaders in my absence. But if they can think that they can just jump, there's going to be a problem later, whereby they will no longer respect their leaders. Just say, no, I'll talk to the apostle, I'll talk to the apostle. And now, I don't want them. I want them to know that leadership is a holy institution. And that if they cannot respect the leaders who are with them every day, how can they respect me who comes once in a while? Those who don't respect you, don't respect me, full stop. And those who respect you, respect me, full stop. And that's very important. But I'm going to ask you, please be careful. Don't make them doubt your commitment to CWC by the way you talk about CWC. Because if you say negative things about CWC, they'll doubt your loyalty to it. and now they have a question mark with yeah. No. So before you, I'm convinced. The way I get money, I don't get private money. If you want the money for the crusade, I'm open with you, and I tell them Papa Zalwani, and then and I appreciate what you do. I don't ask money from the pastor unless you make an offering. You know that. I don't say, Pastor, very money. I don't do that. But if there's money, I'll ask the open service. This is the money I want, and then can you please help us with the money? And they bring the money. Now, if you give me money, I appreciate it. As a minister, to be based on how God has been speaking to you about that. But I made it a point that I don't go that direction. Sorry, I want you to own so that no one, when I'm gone, no one should miss me. No one should miss me. They should see continuity in their local pastor, which we are blessed to have this pastor. So, and that is so don't destroy this thing in Kulumo Yako. And some of the remarks as if I was a stranger who came in the area to disrupt, and then thereafter, thank God, Bahambile Sosa, Sapumusa, Pumule. You can feel good by saying that, but you must know that you have lowered your own respect. But as for me, I will not call you unless I'm sending a naughty one to you. Kiremewe, ifone siki kimames mama wako branching ya hao. Kupa kuweli ena full stop. Kuweli mformula gwali ena. But I don't like it. Just and on a matter of not getting wrong. Doesn't want to respect as the local pastor that he wants to talk, appeal to me without any referral. No. So, Bafundis, your position is secure. I will not discuss your status in the ministry with any member. If there's an issue I have with you, I'll talk to you. Or I'll call you are the better person to handle all these things. You know how to deal with disputes, but I don't condone those things. And then Pastor Pat, maybe you know the issue of Ivory. There are 4 or 5 members that I gave direct pass because they had issues. How can somebody lead us who got born again 10 years after us? I mean, that's a carnal mentality. So guys, please pack and go. Find a ministry where you are the youngest maybe, or you are the oldest. Go into a ministry where your pastor has been in the faith before you. Maybe you'll find one. But if being born again in 1990, your pastor get born again in 2000, then you think we're never advantage, but you don't even have a calling to the ministry. You're just using that age gap as if it matters to heaven. It doesn't matter. So with me, you are safe, and nobody can serve me. And I made this a principle that if there's anything, I'll side with the pastor. So anyone who harasses you, they must know that they can't be close to me or be my friends. Can't be. So that is my stance. Can we move to Holy Communion?
Yeah, we can move to Holy Communion. Thanks, pastors. So you've heard the message. Let's go and do it, and then it may not get it in the first stance, but first try. But keep on doing it. You'll get it right. Consistency.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Over. Okay. We can move the Holy Communion.
All right. We are about to partake of the Holy Communion, and I want to read two. I was unwilling to read this verse because of the person who read it was going to die. So for some people who may be not strong,